この番組はご覧のメンバーの提供でお送りします。
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Hi, 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 hi,
Yeah,
hi,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hi.
Hello.
Hi, 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 hi,
Well, welcome to the Tea Table Podcast. How are you doing, people? Heyo,
I
heyo.
hope your week has been going well. I hope your month is doing well.
Yeah, I hope everything is good in your life. You know, we're gonna pour blessings upon the people. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And how are you doing, you beautiful twig?
I am hydrated. My
Mm-hmm.
skin is clear. It's actually a very nice day today. It's been
Mm-hmm.
like super hot recently, but
Yeah.
today I'm all cozy. It's nice. I
Mm-hmm.
went and I walked on a trail today. It was
Mm-hmm.
very nice. I was touching
Nice.
grass.
Yeah.
What
Oh, look
about
at
you,
you.
Anna?
I'm doing I'm doing pretty good. I've been like, being an adult and enjoying the sunlight. I went and sat on my balcony for the first time since I moved and I was like, "Oh, that's not bad. This is nice." I've also become more of a plant mom than I ever expected to be because I've been accumulating plants on my balcony and I'm like, I
What
don't
are
know
you
what I'm gonna do in
growing?
the winter." Well, right now I have some rosemary, I have some basil, I have some mint, I
Oh my
have
god!
like
Wait, we both have our silly little plant children. Oh my god, that's
yes,
so
I have a
cool.
lot, and my sister just gave me a big cutting of a monstera plant, and I'm like, it's gonna be
Oh.
amazing, but like, where am I putting all of this in the winter? I do not know.
I'm lucky. I have like a windowsill I can bring my
See?
basil in for. But my dill has already bolted,
Oh,
so no more dill for the season.
it was
I
like,
think it
nah, I'm out. Mm.
yeah, it's like completely gone at this point. My lettuce, it got too hot for the lettuce.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna replant it towards the end of summer
Mm.
because I like having lettuce.
Yeah.
But my basil is absolutely fucking thriving. I have like
Let's
6
go.
basil plants, and they are. I need to take pictures of them for you,
Mm-hmm,
Mana.
mm-hmm,
I need
mm-hmm.
to see how glorious my basil plants
I
are.
want to see your,
I'm like,
your glorious basil.
I'm at the point where I can make like full on like 3 bags of pesto every like
Ooh.
2 weeks.
You're gonna be eating good, that's for sure.
Yes, I made like a basil salad the other week too. It was really good. It was very,
Ooh. That's
but
yum.
I have to remember to harvest my basil because otherwise it's mature enough that it'll start flowering,
Mm.
and with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
it flowers. It molts.
Yeah. Astrid just did make some amazing tomato sauce with the basil yesterday, and we're like, ooh, it smells so good in the house. I was like, you know what? It was worth stealing a plant from my mom's garden. I steal everything from my mom's garden. I go over and I'm like, Mom, can I take some basil? Mom, can I have some mint? Mom, can I have some cucumbers? Mom, yeah, that's that. I just grab.
I wish I had like a backyard where I could
Mm.
actually do some, like serious vegetable gardening. I love
Yeah.
gardening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super good at it, but I think the satisfaction of getting things you grew yourself is very fun. Like, I wouldn't want to live on a farm, but I would like to like feel like I do, you know?
I every time well, the more I go through adulthood, right? The more
Mm,
I realize a lot of my like weird childhood experiences aren't normal because I had a very weird elementary school, right? First of all, I
okay.
went to a performing arts elementary school, just so you
Okay.
know.
That's why you're so
Um,
epic, yes?
but we had a gardening program at this
Mm,
elementary school as well. So I learned how to garden really, really, really young, and I
mm-hmm,
was like raised with it.
mm,
And we would like grow our own potatoes in the elementary
mm.
school. We would grow like we would grow food to actually like eat lunch with.
That's
And then
amazing.
they would like teach us how to cook the food as well. It was very cool.
That's a good school. That's not weird. That's a
I know.
very good school. It's teaching you
Yeah,
like
but
life stuff.
it's not normal, and I for a very long time, I thought that sort of stuff was normal, but no, I just had a very strange elementary school that I
Very not
went.
strange. It wasn't amazing. I feel like all the schools should be doing that. Nowadays we're all like clueless. We don't know how to do anything because we didn't learn when we were young. Like that's perfect. Like that makes you like self-sufficient, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Mm.
It was part of, like, a very, like Yeah, we want our kids to eat healthy initiative because
Mm.
the school was kind of in like a poorer area.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a historically like disenfranchised area.
Mm-hmm.
Um and so like they really wanted the kids to
To
grow up with
know how to make
yeah,
healthy food, I guess.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since like a lot of those areas can be like food deserts and stuff, so getting
Mm.
fresh food is kind of hard.
Mm.
Um so
It's
yeah, it was a really unique program.
Yeah, it's also such a strange concept for me because I guess we don't have this thing of like food deserts. Like we don't have places like that.
Mm,
So it's like,
yeah.
like you just if you can't buy it, you grow it, you'll be okay. I mean, you'll probably die in the winter if you only rely on that, but it's if you like in most places here you can just grow your food in a pot and then you'll be fine or something. So that is
Mhm.
strange. Or we have a lot of communal like gardens and stuff like that, so like it's like you just go and in the neighborhood one and grow your stuff, even though I've never trusted that nobody would steal my stuff if I did that, so I don't
I've
know.
been looking at trying to get like a community garden plot
Mm-hmm.
personally because I don't have any land to garden on.
Yeah,
But
me
yeah,
neither.
in
Just got some
America,
concrete.
there's some places out there where
Mm.
like there's no grocery store. Like you have to
Mm.
drive 30 minutes or more for a
Yeah,
grocery
yeah,
store.
yeah.
And so a lot of people resort to Dollar Tree and like convenience store food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like cans and
It,
everything.
yeah.
Mm.
So that was the main reason for that program is to get people
To like,
healthy.
yeah, like healthy options than only the canned foods, and I think that's
Yeah.
good. Like, it shouldn't even be just for people that have lesser access. It should be for everybody. Everybody should know that. I feel like that's a
Yeah.
valuable skill set right there. Look at you growing all your stuff happily. Mm, that's
Well, right now
professional.
I don't have a lot of like balcony space, so I
Mm,
basically just grow herbs. I wish I
mm,
had more space. I tried to do tomatoes one year, but
mm-hmm.
whenever I do tomatoes, I have to do like a very small variant.
Yeah.
Um, I'm hoping closer to the winter to do kale though.
Oh, my mom
Kale's
loves kale, and she's annoyed
I
because she has like raccoons eating it.
No!
She's so
Kale is
sad.
also really nice. It's a good green to do because the more you harvest it, the more it'll grow.
Yes, I guess they're harvesting from my mom,
Mm.
and then she gets mad and sad. Yeah, and she's fighting the raccoons and the thing that like sprays you. What's the name of that again? The black and
Skunk.
white. Yeah, the skunks also come and eat her foods in her garden, and she's very sad. She put a lot of like eggshells everywhere. So for like 6 months, I had to like keep my eggshells so I could bring them over to my mom so she could like put them in her garden in the winter. It was an experience not being able to throw away my eggshells. I was like, I'm so over this. I'm over collecting eggshells right now.
It's good for like putting calcium back in your soil as well.
Yeah.
Good like natural fertilizer.
It's good in many ways, for sure.
I
Mm.
have to fight the squirrels from planting seeds in my
Uh,
pots.
so they can reach your pots.
Yeah, they'll jump onto my balcony
Oh,
and
dang.
they'll like bury seeds in my pots, and then I'll just start growing like random like wheat seeds or whatever
Oh.
in my pots because like other people have bird feeders.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's a whole experience. At least I don't nothing comes on my balcony. Maybe a few birds, but there's nothing for them to eat there, so they don't do much.
Yeah, I found a wasp in my room the other day. That was fun.
Oh, great times.
I'm living with nature.
Yeah, you're a Disney princess. I knew it.
We should probably get on the topic of
What?
this.
Us derailing a subject never happened before.
Oh yeah, an episode about how to like start doing covers. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about gardening for like what 30
10 minutes.
minutes?
Like, yeah, and like how to like kill wasps in your room because that's important. You don't want to have that while you're recording. Important stuff right there.
I am so glad I was not streaming that day. I was planning on starting to stream.
Mm-hmm.
I was like sitting there on the Minecraft server,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting there and I was like, I should stream. and then I look over and I see a wasp on my curtain. And
Oh,
I was like, I should not stream.
yeah,
I should
maybe
call
not.
up maintenance to kill this
Yeah.
thing.
I should get out of here and reconsider my
Well, I
plans.
didn't want to leave the room because I
Mm,
didn't want to lose track of it
yeah.
so that it would like crawl in my clothes or whatever, or like
Oh,
my yeah, I wanted to keep my eyes on it, but I also wanted to close my door so my cat was not in the room, so it
yeah, you
was a
don't want the
very
cat and the wasp having a whole fight. Nope.
yeah. And
No,
so,
thank
yeah, it
you.
was a very and I had to, like, call people, it was a whole thing.
Great times, great times. That being said, that's a great segue into the subject of today.
Sorry to interrupt, but it seems like you might not know of Project HiVECORE. This program, along with many others, are brought to you by Project HiVECORE, a community that supports and enables creators to make content that they dream of doing. If you're interested in HiVECORE and its programs, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. And if you're able to, the Ko-fi is in the description if you'd like to support the program even further. Now, what are our fellow members up to? Alpine Showtime is back with their season 2 and now seems to be working on a new VTuber software named the VTuber Circus? Make sure to tune into their socials to learn more. Charmaine will be featured as an official FanFest co-streamer on February 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Make sure to check out Indie FanFest to see them. Dalek was recently featured in the Valentine's edition of V Rising magazine. You can get a bundle of the copy with official Dalek merch over at the Debut Factory. Speaking of debuting, would you like to be in a 3D concert debut? V-Parade Scouting is currently open until March the 15th. Make sure to get your applications in. Vector Spaceman will be featured as an opening act in Corey Ojo's concert at AceCon in Florida. Make sure to check him out if you happen to be there. Leah has released a totally normal ASMR video for Valentine's Day. Definitely doesn't end badly. Check it out on her Twitter. And Petri has reminded us that she's British. Thank you, Petri. Okay, that seems to be everything. Let's head back to the episode now.
Yeah, I wanna sing to my wasp. How do I
Yes.
start making covers, Mana?
I mean, it's important things to like put in place to have like stuff at stakes when you're singing that will bring out the emotion in it.
It'll make you sing in a higher pitch, I
Yee.
promise.
Mhm.
It's crazy. We were talking, like, for, like, 15 minutes before stream about
Yes.
our cover processes, and then we get on the podcast to record, and we just straight up forget
Don't.
to talk about the cover.
Because we're professionals, okay? Obviously.
Yeah.
But then we wanted to talk about our process because I do think that we do have very different process of making covers, and when it comes to singing, how we feel, like what is like the steps that we go through. So like, what do you do? Do I start? Do you start? What do you want to do?
I think we should start out by talking about the time that we did a cover together.
True. If you don't know, we have made a cover together, and it's very nice. It's on my channel.
We
We'll
need
put the
to
link
make
down
another
there.
one.
We
But,
do.
you know.
Not like it took like a few years for us to do the first one, but never give up. Never give up.
You
out
know,
here.
it's been 3 years, so it's time for us to, like,
Yep.
re-up.
Yeah, to re up talking about it, and then maybe in 2 years we will post it. But yeah, we
So,
finally
yeah.
got one together. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty old now. Is it
Is
already a year old?
I think it might be. Oh,
God.
how does time go by so that fast? I am
Oh my god.
perturbed. I'm like, I feel like it, like because when we got that out, that's when we started talking about making a podcast. So it's like,
Is
when?
it? Is
Yeah.
that actually?
Yeah, because and the
Oh.
after party we talked and we yapped for hours, and then we were like, we should probably make a podcast.
Oh, that's true. That cover started this entire podcast. You're right.
See? It was the inception
crazy,
of it. It was 10 months ago, so it's not a full year yet. In 2 months
Okay,
it will be.
not a full year. Not a full year.
Yee, getting close though.
Almost there.
Mhm.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, basically I had a song for a while. Well, we've talked about how we met and like how we talked about it, like doing a cover and like how I disappeared. A few a few months after I reappeared and Mana and I like reunited, started talking more reliably, Mana DMs me and she's like, "Hey Twig, we still haven't done the cover." And I'm like, "You're right." And so I suggested this song, because it has like both male and female voices in it, and I was like, "We should put it on your channel, Mana, because like Mana would be the center of the song." It was like 90% you singing, which is goated.
75. It was
You
great Twig
really
activity
nice.
here.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the comments are like, "Your voices do so well together." I think I agree. Um, but yeah, it's like a duet almost,
Yes.
and so I was like, "Yeah, we should put it up on your channel," because I like when I'm planning group covers like that, I like to plan whose channel it's going on, as like the first thing, so that it's like clear and that person can kind of dictate, "Oh yeah, we need this done by this
Yeah.
time if we want to keep up with this posting schedule." I think it's just easier that way.
Yeah, I think it's a good first step.
Yeah, and then we started looking for art. Is the next Oh, don't laugh. I know we have a story about I know we have so I always order through Skeb, and the thing about Skeb is you can't ask for revisions.
Yeah.
You type in one long message of like, "Hello, yeah, you know what? Here's my Skeb template for you." For all of you who are scared of using Skeb. "Hi, my name is blank. I need art for this thing, blank. And your art style is very cool and I like it, and I am a big fan. Please draw blank character in blank fashion. Adds link.
Yes.
Reference." If you're commissioning for a cover, I would also include, please separate different elements. So like, please separate the background from the foreground, from the characters, and from the characters from each other. For ease of movement during the video editing, which this artist did do, which made the video very cool.
Yes.
And then you're also going to want to make sure that they don't cut off any hair strands or any like arms or anything like that. Legs are fine, but like arms, you don't want it to be cut off in the side, basically. So that's like my main thing of like Skeb, or like also I'll generally post people's accounts that the cover will be posted on. I'll give the cover song link to the cover song. And normally I'll leave like the pose, expression, outfit, whatever to the artist as well.
The one thing I do add is that I want it in like landscape or something. Like I specify the size for it because sometimes they don't.
Normally do that. I don't normally do that because I make my own videos. And if I'm making my own video, I don't actually need it to be any specific orientation. Unless I want to use the background from the art in the video, but as you can see in the lamp PV, that didn't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't.
I just made it and it was fine. So as someone who does videos, it's up to like your own personal preference. But that was the first step, and so the thing about Skeb is you're gonna expect to wait minimum like 4 months.
Yeah, you order it and you forget about it.
Yeah, you order it and then you order it in like August and expect to get it in like November, basically. And so we did that. The Skeb comes back
Yeah.
And Mana is green. And so I had to correct that in Photoshop.
Yeah, because we
Was
looked at it
not
and we
a
we're like,
hard
hmm.
It was not a hard fix at all.
No, but it was just an interesting sight as we got it.
It was
It was like, oh,
an interesting
okay.
choice because there's like no other green in that illustration. I don't know why they made you green,
Yeah,
but
I
you know
think,
what?
yeah, they were like, yeah, green will do.
Yeah, whatever. We need to figure out how to do Mana's skin. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't question that too much.
So after you have the art, congratulations, it's time to do
Yippee.
recording. Ideally, though, you do the recording while you're waiting for the art, but
Yes, so it's ready.
you have a few months. So for recording, Mana, do you want to cover recording? Because I think we
Yeah.
do recording differently.
Yeah, I think we do it similarly. I have also learned a lot even like since that cover. Like what I used to do is that I would record a part of the song and then be like, oh, is that good or not? Redo it. And then I would just pause the recording and start again, part by part. And then I think it messed with like the ambient like sound in the back when people tried to cut it. So I learned recently that it's better to just have a whole take. So that now that's what I do when I'm gonna record. I'm just gonna record the whole thing and just
Shout out
be
to Mail,
yeah,
who has
mail
helped
be the real one.
recording
Because
it.
I now record the whole thing and then I'll have maybe 3 4 takes and then I will listen to it and be like, oh, that was good, that wasn't good, and I will just patch all my takes together. I'll be, oh, this take had this part better, and I will cut it, and then I will remake it into one whole track. And then when it comes to mixing, if I'm mixing it myself, then I'll go with one track instead of having to recreate the same effects on all the tracks, which I used to do. I don't know, something was wrong with my brain. Now I know that I can just do it on one take, but usually you would probably just do your takes as is. If you're gonna hire a mixer to do it for you, you just do the best you can with all the takes and you do it. One thing that I also did not realize is how many like ad libs and other like second voices there were in that specific cover. So it was when I did provide the audio to the mixer, they were like, oh, but I'm missing this and that and this and that. I'm like, oh, there's a lot more for me to do than I thought I had to do. So I had to like learn how to do all the harmonies.
I record those, but I don't think you picked up on it.
I mean, I noticed yours, but I didn't think about mine, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
I
there were
will
a lot
say
more than I
I
thought.
record really similarly, but the difference is I don't comp my own stuff. So monospool process with taking all of those really long recordings and trimming them to have the best takes. I don't make a lot of mistakes when I'm recording because I practice a lot before I record. So generally when I'm working with a mixer, I will send them like 3 or 4 full takes just with different deliveries on things. And they'll
choose.
They'll go through and they'll comp. Yeah.
Yeah, and as we were saying earlier too, like you do practice a lot. I'm a very YOLO person, so I practice while I record. I learn the song while I record it, so that's probably why I mess up stuff.
I cannot. I practice for about a month and a half minimum before I record a song.
Professional.
But it kind of goes out of the window for festivals. If I'm on a tight festival schedule and I don't already know the song, I'm like, time to do my best.
YOLO!
It's much more similar to Mana's process in that case.
Yeah, you YOLO it up when you don't have a choice. I just YOLO it up every single time, and I'm like, dang. Thankfully, I've become better, like learned to use better programs, so I have better takes than I used to. but sometimes you just can't. I also, when I'm gonna record, I also may take the time to like make sure I drink right, like if you're gonna have like lukewarm instead of
Mhm.
hot or cold, and I'll do some more
Don't
vocal
drink
warm-ups
milk before
before.
you
Yeah,
record.
I usually do like vocal warm-ups before I record or before I do karaoke streams, because I have noticed a difference. I wasn't sure until I had less voice cracks randomly showing up after I did, like, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, I will just do that, have some tea with lemon and honey, something like that, to make sure that my voice can handle the length of time that I'll be singing for. Because I ain't professional out here, so I gotta put everything behind me to make sure it will have the best result possible.
I feel like that TikTok audio where it's like, the pH of this water is too high for me to survive, and then the other one's like, fuck yeah, concrete. I'm the fuck yeah, concrete one. Where I'll just open up my recording thing, slap it. Sometimes I don't even put in the instrumental. I record on the YouTube instrumental, and then I'll
Jeez.
like time them later. Like,
That's so much work, though. Why would you do that to yourself? Just add the audio there, girl. Like, what do you mean?
it's not even any work because like for a really long time I didn't have wired headphones, so I would just be
Mm,
recording with like monitors that are wireless, which I'm
mm,
recording with those headphones right now, but it
mm.
doesn't matter because it's a podcast episode.
Yeah.
But I only recently got wired earbuds
Yeah.
to record with.
Jeez.
Um so until then, even if I put the audio,
Yeah, it wouldn't
even if
match.
yeah, it wouldn't match. So I still had to time it. So it wasn't even like I was like, okay, whatever. I'm
I'm gonna
just
have
gonna
to do
put
it
the
anyways.
instrumental
Who
in later.
cares? Yeah, which
Yeah.
which I think is a good point for anybody trying to record. I would say if you wanna save this stress from your life, you'd better have like wired earphones or a headset,
Yeah,
and like have the lowest latency possible.
I don't think Ed I won't say I don't think. I think I have better ears for
Mm.
timing than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um I don't recommend doing what I did for a
Yeah,
very long
no.
time unless you have ear training.
Yeah, like the thing is, it's very hard. Like I think I could do it, but I'm like, why would I though? Like, why would I
Yeah,
go out of my
I
way to
feel like
suffer?
if
Like, I'm
you
not
are
doing
not
that.
if you are not ear trained very well, or if you don't have experience doing it, it will be annoying and probably hard. So
Yeah, that's just pain and suffering that you're in putting on yourself. Please, if you can, make sure you got the wired headset and you check the latency to make sure that your audio matches like the song matches whatever you're recording. Like, because I don't know if I would have been
just
that into covers if I had to do that all the time.
pick up the cheapest like wired earphones from Walmart and plug them into whatever mic you're using, or like
Yeah.
audio interface.
Yeah.
For mics and audio interfaces, I don't know if Mail recommended this to
Mm,
you or what you record on, but
mm,
personally, I record my covers on an AT2040 and a Scarlett Solo. It is like $100 setup or so. It's not too expensive in terms of recording equipment,
mm.
but it works and it works
Yeah.
really well. And it is pretty standard. It'll sound good on most people's voices. Um, any like variation on the 18, 2030, 2040,
What
either
brand is
one
it?
probably. Audio Technica.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
AT stands for.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know, so I'm like, does everybody know that?
Yeah. No, you're fine.
Mm,
So yeah, that's the mic combo I got from one of my audio engineers. You'll hear us refer to Mail a lot. This is
mm,
someone we worked with for audio quite a bit.
mm.
Um, so Mail, shout out to Mail. We love
Mail,
Mail.
the real
This
one,
is the
yes.
basics of recording and
Hmm.
getting a cover together, but Mail probably has more tips in the
A lot
comments if
more.
she
I have
wants.
learned a lot from like just working with Mail. It'll help me learn how to do stuff myself. Because I do like some covers for my members sometimes. And when I do that, I do not get mixed. I try to mix myself. And like, it's still a bit of a pain for me to understand. But thanks to Mail's tips and tricks, I'm like, okay, I'm able to like get rid of like background noise and stuff like that because I learned from what he like Mail showed us. So I'm like, I am very grateful here, and I try to do my best with
and
it.
if you are starting to do a cover
Mm.
and you want to learn about mixing, there are a bunch of panels and things like that from Offkai by this
Mm.
guy named, I think his name is Tomomo. I
Mm.
highly recommend checking those out because he goes through his entire process on how to mix. And it's pretty easy to follow. But otherwise, you can hire a mixer. I have two mixers. One of them is Mail. Mail, I don't think has a link out at the time of recording to contact Mail. You kind of have to be referred to Mail, weirdly enough. But my other mixer is Yuka Amaya, and I love her so much. She's on Fiverr and VGen and everything. You can find tons and tons and tons of mixers on Fiverr, VGen, both of them. I will find that Fiverr tends to be a little bit cheaper than VGen, but the quality kind of varies depending on like how much input you're gonna get on your mix. Like there isn't a lot of back and forth on Fiverr where there's a lot of like customizability on VGen on like how you specifically want things. Mana, you use VGen for like mixers, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that at Fiverr, I think it depends on what tier you choose. Some like you can have the cheapest tier, but you will not have an input. Whereas if the higher you go, the more they will give you revisions and stuff like that. I mostly use VGen for my covers. I mean, I haven't gotten a lot like mixed in my life. I think so far I have had like 4 that I got like professionally
Mm.
done. But so far I'm like I found someone. I think for me one important factor that I look for if I'm gonna get it mixed, it means that I do want to have it on Spotify and YouTube Music and stuff like that. So I look for the rights to do that, to be able to get a license and get them on streaming platforms. So I feel like I have not seen that too much with Fiverr ones, but the one that I usually use the most on VGen does agree. So I'm like, I don't have to worry or I don't have to pay an exorbitant price. Some of them will ask you for the price of the commission. Some of them will ask you for nothing. So you shop for whatever fits your budget, and then you'll be fine. But yeah, no, so far I have to say, as a VTuber, I've been very lucky in commissions. I think it happened maybe once that I was not happy with a commission and that was the thing I could do. But except for that, whether it was for music, model, art, I have been very lucky with whoever I chose to work with. So I think we could also put the links to the people that we hire in the description for people
Oh,
that want to look them up.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
Absolutely.
always use
And
the same
hopefully by
mixer.
then Mail has
Yeah,
their
a
links
link.
as
Yes,
well.
that would be
We
good.
need to promote Mail.
Yes.
Mail, our beloved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Collectively say everyone who has worked on V Parade loves
Yes.
Mail.
Yes, if you guys didn't know, we had a beautiful concert made by Twig, the one and only, the beautiful right there sitting next to me, made a beautiful summer concert, and it was mo-capped, it was 3D with everyone, and Mail was the main mixer for it, and it was an amazing project, and we should all say to Twig how much she's awesome. You can leave it in the comments.
No,
Yes,
no,
thank
no,
you.
no, 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 no. We praise Mail for
Absolutely.
that. We don't praise Twig.
Like
No, 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 no,
Twig didn't do everything else. Like, okay,
no, no,
sure,
no, no, no.
sure.
Mail did everything.
Uh-huh.
Anyways,
Like Mail planned
so
it too, I guess. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
blame Mail for the entire concert.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways.
um, so we have our audio now
Mm-hmm,
and our art. What do
mm-hmm.
we do now, Mana?
I would think it's making the video if you have one. I personally don't always have a video because I can't edit for my life. So that's that. So in my case, I would stop there. I would probably make quote unquote a video just have an image with the lyrics depending on what it is, and then would start the promotion arc where you like, you know, you put some teasers on there, you put a promotion video with a premiere on YouTube. If you're gonna have it on Spotify and stuff, you need to go acquire the license. I personally use DistroKid. I don't know if there's other ways to do it, but for me that's the way that works. So you pay a license and they get the license rights for you to have this on your channel. Like, it doesn't mean that it won't be demonetized, but usually you shouldn't get hit with anything like any copyright strike or anything because you bought the license for it. So far I've been using it for the past 3 years and I've never run into any issues doing it that way. Just keep in mind that you have to pay for each song license every year. It's like $17 Canadian, so probably not a bit cheaper for you guys. But that's something to keep in mind. If you have a lot of covers on Spotify, remind yourself that you're going to be paying for them every year unless you take them down. So there's that. And then, yeah, what about you, since you do have videos with yours?
So for me, I actually don't post any of my covers on Spotify because I don't get the instrumental that is able to be posted as a cover, personally. So I've always been wary of doing that. It is up to you to look into the legality of whether or not you can actually post the cover that you're posting. Keep that in mind. But for me, I do have video editing experience, so almost every single cover of mine, has a video to it. And that process basically looks like taking all of the different layers of the art that we asked for that was separated and animating them into different scenes. And so I actually use 2 different editing softwares to do this. I do the major compositing in HitFilm because it is free. Keep in mind though, if you use HitFilm, you have to do everything from scratch, all of the compositing completely from scratch with keyframes. It is time consuming. Mana knows though it doesn't take me very much time, but for most people it is annoying.
I would never.
And then I take that major composite without the lyrics and do the typography in DaVinci Resolve because DaVinci does have presets. I refuse to do typography without presets. So I put it in DaVinci to do the typography. But a lot of people also use Adobe After Effects. After Effects is the most popular choice for this because it has presets, but it is paid. So do keep that in mind. It is expensive. It is paid. It is an Adobe project.
Yeah.
And so that is icky, and I don't like it. And so I use free softwares to get around it.
Yep.
So yeah, and then while I'm doing that, I will come up with what section I kind of want to be the trailer. I will take that little trailer, I will edit that into a separate thing with normally I'll take the non-typography version of it, just the composite, take a snippet and then make it with a date and then post that on Twitter, post it on YouTube, post it on Instagram, pretty much every channel that I have, make a stream, the next stream that I do. Before I get off, I will show the trailer so my live audience is aware. And then we will normally I'll premiere my covers as well, which has the live chat. And then after the cover, we'll have an after party.
Yeah.
So if you are over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which don't worry if you're not, it's whatever, you can still post covers. If you are over 1,000 subscribers, you can raid and redirect and have previews. So for the preview, you will set it as the trailer.
Yeah.
I also set the trailer as my channel trailer whenever I have a cover coming up. And so you set the trailer and then you set the redirect to the after party where you sit there with your community and be like,
yap about the cover, yippee.
Here's the credits for the cover, all of the other things. But yeah, if you have any skill other than singing involved in covers, anything like art, anything like animation or video editing, anything like mixing.
Mhm.
It will make your job and your wallet so much easier.
For sure. Singing
Because
is
if
the
you
one
are
that's useless here.
only yeah, if you are only a singer, you're gonna spend a lot of money.
I mean, unless you decide to learn a few things in there because you have no
Yeah.
choice. Like the first cover I ever recorded, I was using my headset mic. So there's also that. I did not know how to mix. I have no idea what I thought I was doing, but I did something. It is a terrible
It's a
time. I
universal
still have it on
experience.
my channel because gotta leave my legacy behind. But it's the most terrible thing ever. But then I can see
I
how
love
far
it.
I've come.
I love it.
Nah.
It's so good. You should watch it right
It's
now.
terrible with my receding hair like a model dancing on top of it. Like
I
there's
love the
there.
wind.
Yeah,
The wind
yes,
is
there was
so
a lot of wind.
indicative of the time period with 3D
Yep.
models too.
Yep.
Everyone used to use wind on
Yep.
their models.
Yeah, you needed to show that you were like touching grass and flying in the sky as you were talking, obviously. You exist in a real room that has wind for no reason, okay? Very good to have around. It was a time. I do look back on it and be like, at least I have evolved. I look at like the latest thing I've mixed and I'm like, you know what? I am better than I was. So, at least I did not stay in the same spot. Like I have evolved. I can be happy with myself here. I think that's the beauty of like trying stuff on your own. Like this is like for mixing, but it's the same for streaming where you look again, as we talked before, of the dreaded first streams. And then you're like, oh God, what the hell was I doing? Compared to where you are a few years later when you're actually comfortable and loving what you're doing. You can be proud when you look back and you cry.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Like I think I would encourage everybody to try and learn and get some skills so that they can do stuff themselves, especially as smaller VTubers or smaller content creator in general. You don't want to be like I have to rely on others to do anything. You don't want to do that.
Learn either art,
Mm.
mixing, or video editing.
Yes.
I am partial to learning video editing because
Mm.
if you learn video editing, it will help the rest of your channel.
Yeah.
But any of those three, learn it.
Yeah.
If you want to do covers, learn one, at least one.
Like
You
so
can,
you have
if
something.
you can learn all three.
I mean, be a genius out here and learn everything. But I agree that video editing is one of the priority in here because even if you're not into singing and stuff, as a content creator, like unless I don't know, maybe you are rich and you're chilling and you can just hire a full-time editor, but most of us cannot, and you have to push out your content yourself. You have to learn about it, learn about the algorithm, and like or learn about how to post and how to tag stuff. And if you're able to at least edit your own stuff, you're saving in that regard. And you also do get better. I still do not like editing, but I can tell that I'm better than I was when I started. So I can't do things I could not before, and you get more comfortable. Or even if you're not that great, at least you're faster. After a while, you're faster at editing and cutting stuff together.
I'm so cruel because when we started this podcast, I'm the one with the editing experience. And I was like, Mana, you're editing this.
I mean, I said it was okay because it requires a minimal editing. If you were expecting me to have
podcast before, I was like, I'm not doing that again. I've worked in this industry. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you've had your share. Like I do it because it's in the realm of what I'm able to do because nobody's expecting me to have like fancy effects and zoom ins and whatever. That's why I took on that role here because I was like, this is something I can actually manage. Anything else? If you asked me anything else, I would not have said yes.
What really sucks, I have this experience. So one of the projects I used to edit for had multiple cameras.
Ooh. No, absolutely not.
That you had to switch between.
No.
Actually, a lot of projects are that way. That's why I'm like, I have PTSD from editing like, professional projects like this. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry,
I would not do it if I were you either. So like, nah. Like editing as it is, like yeah, I have some work to do to separate our models and do like make it look decent and everything. But if I had to change angles and all that, you would have lost me a long time ago. I would have been. It was nice knowing you, Twig. I'm just gonna move on with life. It is what it is out here. It's not happening. Nope.
Yep. That is my life. As someone who was professionally trained to edit for like actual media stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good that you have that experience for your own content's sake. You know, that makes it good for you. But
Oh
like,
yeah,
nah.
it makes like editing like a 5-minute video so fast. I can just like whip
Mm.
one up. I can like sit down, have like 3 hours, and then I have a video. It's whatever.
It's not
But
whatever.
yeah,
It's awesome. Okay.
yeah, I'm in your boat though, Mana, because I am
Mm.
also learning how to mix.
Mm.
Right now I'm mixing pretty much all of my festival appearances and
Mm-hmm.
all of the concert appearances
Yeah.
because there's just so many I can't pay
Yeah.
to
No,
get them
ain't
all.
nobody got money like that.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's been an experience trying to figure out how to not make myself sound like I'm in a tin can because that's a
Yeah.
unique quality of my voice is I sound very tinny.
I mean, you just gotta find the right thing, and then you'll sound like an angel, like you are.
I'm getting better.
Yeah,
So,
like I'm sure, like you learn which effects, and like whenever I see people on Twitter do threads, oh, here's my mixing process and what I use, and like it's someone that like I like how they sound. I'll be looking into what they use, what are the plugins, what kind of
mhm.
effects do they have on their voice, and then I'll be like, okay, let me try and recreate that for my voice, because
Yeah.
when we were in the concert for the mental health thing. I was
Yeah.
like, I've never sounded that great in my life. What the hell did she do to my voice?
And
I'm like, I need to know.
in my section I was like, "Oh god, I sound like I'm in a tin can this entire
Yeah,
time."
and like what happened? I was very curious about that. But I was like, clearly there's a way for me to sound like this person made me sound. I just need to figure out what it is. So I looked at the process, I looked at whatever they got. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm getting better though. So I'm like, one day I will know exactly what amount of whatever I need for my voice to sound as good as it did. So I'm like,
Also,
never
as
give
a
up.
rule of thumb, like if you find someone who mixes that produces sound that you
Mm,
like,
mm,
normally they're very open to
mm,
talking to you about how they do what they do
mm,
because pretty much everyone in this industry, um especially in like the utate mita like scene that I
yeah,
tried
utaite, yeah.
community, everyone started as an amateur basically.
Yeah.
uh so there is very much a community push to like try and helping out new
Mm-hmm.
people, which is
Yeah.
really nice. So
Yeah,
if you
this is
don't know
nice.
how to
It's
do
refreshing.
something, just ask someone.
Yeah,
And
but
then
yeah.
and then and then if you ask someone and you actually have a positive interaction with that person, well then you have a friend now. And
Yeah,
so it's like
but
double good.
but talking to
So
people is scary. That's the part you forgot about. Like what you mean? Like talking to strangers like that? Like dang. Like you're bold and
no,
all that, you know?
I just slide in people's DMs. That's
Yeah.
how most people start with Twig is like Twig slides into your DM and points at you, join my event.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that is
Join my
I
event
can
right
attest to
now.
that. I have experienced that, and then Twig is also a patient individual because I don't answer anything, but she'll be there to remind me to respond to stuff because if not, I will miss out on opportunities. See, get yourself a
That
Twig in your
literally
life.
happened today. We were like starting to record and I was like, Mana, have you checked your email?
Yep. If it was not for Twig, I would have missed out on a big opportunity. So, as I say, get yourself a Twig that will check on you and make sure you do what you're supposed to do because if not, you will fail. You need one Twig in your life. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think Dragon was expecting the podcast to go off this smoothly, but I think it's just because of the combination of us that
Yes,
like
we work.
we were able to get the ball
Yeah.
rolling very quickly and now we have like a very big backlog. Like you're
Yeah.
probably seeing this like 7 months from when we're
Yeah.
recording this. Like,
Yeah, we are very much good, and honestly, it is 95% thanks to you.
I don't think
Like,
so.
if it was
I
if I was left to my own devices, nothing would be going on.
That's
Like
true.
I
But
need a
also
twig.
you've been like a very big driver to like actually get meetings done and stuff. You remind me of stuff as well. I think
Very
we
rarely,
work
but
well
sometimes I try.
together.
Yeah, I just think we're a good team. So like, you know, at the end of the day, like I think we complete each other in that project. So that's pretty cool. So I appreciate that. I don't know that it would have gone that smoothly with anybody else for me.
Cover.
Mm?
Which is why we need to do another cover.
Yes, we need the cover now to plan for this and actually do it. We'll get
Mhm.
there. We'll get there. But you know, one thing at a time. Gotta start with doing some stuff, and then we'll get there. Yeah, I believe in us. I believe. If we've been able to survive for that long, clearly, like we'll be okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we're going anywhere. Like the two
Nah.
of us are never gonna stop working together
Yeah,
at this.
no, I have no intention of stopping. So I think we'll be good. I think you'll get more turtle and more twig in your life for as long as possible. You know.
Yeah, Turtwig.
Yeah, Turtwig. Yes, I love that. It's a beautiful time. Very happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, except for that, did we forget anything about the cover process?
God. I mean, I guess there's a lot about it, like specific wise.
Mm,
But I think if we're just covering the basics, that's pretty much everything that you need to know to be able to start.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
what recording software do you use?
Oh, well, until mail came into my life, I was using a program called Mixcraft 10 because I used to record other stuff with that back in the day. And this is a
What
paid program.
what is that?
It is a paid program. It is pretty good, but I was struggling. For some reason, it was the only program that I could use that would not give me latency problems. I think specifically my PC and my motherboard has stuff going on. Even when it comes to streaming, I have a very big offset between my mic and my model that I have to like manually input.
How
So
strange.
I already
Really?
struggled with that. So I tried Audacity and it was absolutely not working. Like I would sing and then like it would record like 5 minutes later. Like it was not working for me. So I kind of gave up. And then when you guys came around, you told me, oh, you could use Reaper and stuff. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've tried before and I had the same latency issues. But then I think I went to the preferences with what mail should be and I figured out a way
Yeah.
to make it work. And now I do use Reaper because I do find it to be easier. And also, I use Mixcraft. As you
Good for
said,
mixing.
nobody knows what it is. So finding tutorials online on how to do stuff in it was extremely hard.
Yeah.
So now when I'm like, because I didn't know how to comp, like how to put all my ticks into one, but I was able to like Google that, how do I do this? And then they show you all the options for this, and learning how to use everything is a lot easier. So as of right now, I'm using Reaper. I don't think I will move away from it for the foreseeable future because it just works. It's very easy. It doesn't have the same shortcuts that I used to have in Mixcraft. Like I could like do Control R and a lot of stuff that I could do when I'm recording that I did like from Mixcraft, but I'm just, you know, getting accustomed to Reaper, and honestly it works. So I'm not, it's easy to add new plugins as well and use them, so I do appreciate it for that. So I have become a new person. My new cover on my headset mic was also on Mixcraft, and it was a time.
I have statistics on this, like what DAWs people use. Because I've recently started scouting for something, and one of the questions in that is what is your DAW? And I can say 43% of the VTubers in this thing use Reaper. 21% use Audacity. 13% use Cakewalk, which Cakewalk is a new one, but a lot of people really
Like it?
like that one. And then you have FL Studio, BandLab, Ableton, Soundtrap.
I know BandLab is decent. I think I use BandLab for editing after sometimes. So sometimes I'm not able to get some effects in Reaper from like the plugins I have. So I have it timed and tuned and everything in Reaper, and then I will port it over to BenLab and then add effects to it.
Really good for effects as well.
Like it has a lot more options for free. So like I just go there and just use that.
But yeah, if you want a digital audio workspace, everything works except for Audacity. Do not use Audacity.
Okay, so I was not the only one struggling out here.
I will come for you if you use Audacity.
I just don't know why it's such a struggle for me. Like, I don't know what other people's issues are with it, but for me, it doesn't. I knew someone that does everything, like they make like original songs and whatever in it, and they recommended it, and they're good. But
smelly.
The what?
Do not try and mix your things in Audacity. The problem with Audacity is every change you do to something that you work with, if you try and mix with Audacity, you can't revert changes once you've put effects on things.
Oh.
Like it just renders that way.
That is quite annoying.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Don't use Audacity for any sort of mixing thing. If you're going to be purely a person that just records and sends the raw audio to the mixer, still don't use Audacity because Audacity exports things weird as well. So
so there's not much going on for Audacity is what I'm hearing here.
Yeah, I am an Audacity hater. I am an Audacity anti, never use it. Yeah.
I remember I tried FL Studio for a while, but like the free version, I was very confused. Didn't work out for me. I struggled with adding like effects and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna delete this from my PC. I can't anymore. So I'm very happy that Reaper works for me now because it's the only one that has ever worked since people talked about any program. Nothing ever worked for me. I swear I love my PC, but I feel like it's giving me some problems here and there. One day I'll have to upgrade it or change it. I don't know.
I will say I really do think Reaper works for most people. Reaper will try to tell you that it is not free, but the free trial is very good. So you should definitely try it and then pay for it when you can.
Yeah, because you can use it for a long time on the free version, but I mean, it all depends on your means, but if you're able to like support them, I would say do it. But like, you know, it's not all of us are able or in a position where they can.
Yeah.
But like the moment you are able though, like if you can spare a little bit to support them, considering how accessible they are and like good they are for most people, I would say it's worth it. I like to support when I can, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about getting started with working on covers. I'm excited to see what
you guys come up with.
Post. If you guys post any
hands.
covers, if you guys post any covers, use the hashtag #TTablePodcast and we will see them.
Yeah. You look like you're casting a spell.
I'm wiggling my fingers at you, so you make some covers.
You can't escape that. The wiggling fingers, like they're everything and more in this life. Okay, be careful, behave, or they're coming for you. But that being said, I think that'll make it for this episode. I think if you guys have more questions, feel free to put them in the comments and we'll try to answer as much as we can. And remember to check out our cover we were talking about earlier and all the links in the description for our mixers and all the stuff we talked about. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember that Twig is the best and I love Twig and that we love this episode. But yeah, you want to see your goodbyes?
Mega shout out to Mail. Mail's the real one.
Yes.
And also goodbye everyone. Have a good month.
See you next time. Bye-bye.